Electricity will make it weird science.
This week was our first week as Physics 112 students. Because Monday was a holiday, we only had one full day of class on Wednesday. That day was filled with new people, new concepts, and frightfully familiar expectations. We began class with introductions. David briefly introduced himself and gave a bio of his physics-related life. Next, we got to introduce ourselves to one another. First, we got to meet the people sitting around us, and then we moved into groups based on our majors. Then, we lined up according to how many hours of work we do per week. Finally, we lined up based on how many classroom hours we are taking. After all these intros, we returned to our seats and wrote down some learning, teacher, and student expectations. Each table wrote their answers on a flip chart, and then we all walked around the room to go over everyone's suggestions. Next, we went online and read over the syllabus. There was a lot of information, so David took a few questions before moving on. Finally, we took an assessment test to give a baseline of our knowledge. This test will be used for comparison when we take it again at the end of class. Once we turn these in, David took a short introduction video of each of us that will help him learn our names. Out of class, I reread the syllabus and purchased my notebook. The first day is eerily similar to the first day of Physics 111. The same panic and overwhelming anxiety appeared about halfway through reading the syllabus. However, this semester, I feel that I am more prepared for the amount of work that I will need to complete. David suggested that this semester will have less writing. It appears that the amount of writing is actually pretty similar, but it will just be completed and turned in differently. Also, the grade requirements seem much more difficult for this class. An A student must do enhanced podcast, SCAD document, and a debate on top of all the other work. Whatever the case may be, there is a long and busy semester ahead, and after taking the pre-assessment quiz, I'm a little nervous. I really had no idea about most of the concepts covered on that quiz. At least with a baseline of 0, you can only go up. The one nice thing about this semester is that our class is very small. This can definitely work to our advantage when it comes to individual help and attention. Now my job is to prepare myself for the semester ahead. I already know that it is a bad idea to get behind. I also know how easy it is to postpone a journal entry for a day or two, and before you know it, you are 2 weeks behind. So my job is to stay focused and goal-oriented. Also, I really need to start looking for my group members. It is hard to know who will be good to work with, especially with such small numbers. I just hope that I can get a solid group who is willing to pull their own weight. That makes the semester so much easier and fun. I refuse to do the same crazy amount of work that I did last time around. I have learned my lesson. Overall, it was an intimidating first day, but I know that this is what David is going for. He's trying to scare off those who are easily intimidated. I may have a high anxiety level with a low tolerance for criticism, but I am no scaredy cat. I'm ready to work hard and get that A grade that I missed last semester.